Alrighty, squad, what is going on? What's going on today? We're up here in Baltimore City. We're at one of our favorite locations. Let me make sure this is the right. Yep, this is it. So we're up here in the city at the Watkins Security headquarters. I didn't want to pop up here on them, you know, the first day. After the guy told me to come up here, I figured I'd let them think I wasn't coming, let it die down for a minute, and then pop up on them real quick. So this is 2901 Druid Park Drive, or Druid Park Road, Baltimore, Maryland. And Watkins Security is in 106. No, it's not. A106 is what it is. That's what it's listed as. See, now look at that. Watkins Security A106, it is. There it is. A106. So, as the guy told us on the phone to come down and see them in person, we are here. Alright, we need A106. Yeah. That was weird. Zip Suite 106, but I need A106. That's it. That said A106. Right? Yeah, A106.
Still did like when he left. Practically get the A.
Hey, bro, you know how I get the A106? Like, I found 106, but it wasn't A106.
I don't know, it might be the same thing. It might be inside of it.
Trying to find, yeah, I got you.
Inside.
I bet you. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Alright, we're gonna go back down here and knock on the flex door at 106 and see if it's inside of there. It just didn't look like Watkins Security was inside of there. But we'll go try again. See, look like that one has an A and a B. A106, this is it down here. This is the most confusing building I've ever been in my life. Boss, you know how I find room A106, A106?
If you're downstairs.
Like, I found 106 downstairs, but it's not what listed. Like, in the front of the building, there's like a directory, and it says flex injury, which is at 106 downstairs.
There should be someone by the desk.
No, there wasn't.
Well, there's an office that's right to the right of that.
To the right, okay, I'll go check it down there. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Yeah, I was looking around 106. I figured it'd be there, but it was not. It was not. All right, he said there'd be a guard, and then he said it was some offices to the right. Hey, how you doing? I'm looking for A106. I found 10. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you go through this glass door?
Uh-huh.
It's the third office on your left, glass door, third office on your left.
Okay.
Black mat in front of the door.
Awesome. Thank you very much, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Been better.
Okay.
I'm here to speak to someone like a supervisor or an upper management.
Okay. I got the vice president in there. Hold on, let me get
Awesome,
okay.
thank you. That would be perfect.
All right, quick.
She just stepped back for a second. Hi, how you doing, ma'am? I've been trying for almost a month now to get some help with some situations going on involving your officers out in the field assaulting people and things like that.
Assaulting people?
Yes, ma'am. I have it on audio and video recording. I'm specifically trying to get.
You're not with him, are you?
No, he's doing his own thing. I'm specifically.
He's doing. You're with him?
No,
No,
I'm doing my
no.
own thing, ma'am. I was getting help first. Thank you, ma'am. So I've been trying to get a hold of Captain Holmes for a couple of weeks now.
Pest control from this pro.
Oh, okay. Oh, pest control. Okay, thank you. Okay. Just a minute.
Thank you. Like, let's say he had been with me, he was the easiest to get back there I've ever seen. You checked no credentials, you checked no ID, no nothing. Next.
Mr. White will be with you.
I got you. Next time I'll just come up wearing a pest control shirt. I can just walk straight into the back. No questions asked, no ID, no credentials, no nothing.
No, because we was waiting for him.
I know. She thought he worked for me. That was all.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
How you doing, sir? Mr. White?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. I left you a couple voicemails, sir. I was confused. I hadn't gotten any of those back from you.
Okay.
I was looking to speak to you about some incidents regarding your officers out in the field.
Okay.
And ultimately, I spoke to one of your supervisors. He informed me that since I was having some trouble getting a hold of you guys via email or via phone, and you guys were turning it off and all of those things, that I should just come up here and speak to you guys in person. So.
No, we haven't turned anything off.
Okay.
We've changed our telephone system.
But
So
it's
you
still
guys,
the same phone.
so you guys
Same
did,
phone
you guys
number.
did not block my personal phone number, is what you're saying.
No, sir.
How
Okay.
could we do that? We
It's
wouldn't-
very easy.
No, we don't.
It's
do
very
that.
easy.
We didn't block any
I got
numbers.
you.
We were in the process of changing our telephone system, so
Okay.
there were intermittent service interruptions.
I got you. Awesome. Well, yeah, I'd like to speak about these incidents and kind of get these situations rectified.
I'd be more than happy to talk to you.
Uh-huh.
I would ask that you don't film this incident.
I got you. Unfortunately, I'm not comfortable with that due to what's already happened, due to your officers assaulting me, harassing me, following me, taking pictures of my private property, calling police officers on me, oppressing my.
You do understand this is private property.
And this is not a public property.
This is not a public office.
That's fine. I was told to come here by your supervisor.
Okay.
I was told I had permission to be here.
You.
I was told by your supervisor, and I have all of that recorded. Maryland's a two-party state. I informed him I was recording the call when I called him, and I had permission from your
Yeah.
supervisor to come up here and speak to you guys about this since you weren't returning my calls or any emails.
We didn't return your calls because we've been getting calls. I don't know if they're from you, calling us all kind of names.
That's perfectly fine. So,
But even if somebody,
we can stop here, and if you want to have some discussion, we can have discussion.
I got you. Thank you.
Perfectly fine. I'll sit right here.
And ma'am, I apologize if anybody has called up here and called anyone names. That is not my goal. That is not my end game in any of this.
horrible.
So from the bottom of my heart, I apologize if anybody. I told
Oh,
the same.
really?
I told the ladies at City Hall that I don't mind if people want to call up and file complaints professionally and in a business manner. I'm not opposed to that because I do the same thing for other auditors when I see acts of oppression and tyranny out in the world. But I never just call up and call people names or just curse at people for shits and giggles. I don't appreciate that at all.
they
So
do.
from the bottom of my heart, I apologize to both
They
of you ladies,
threaten
okay?
us.
I did not feel safe due to those people who called here. They have threatened people's lives.
I know, I
and
understand
called
that.
me out my name.
But I need you guys to understand that your officers have also come and taken pictures of my property. They've attempted to follow me around the city. They've passed pictures and my personal information around to other officers. They harass and bully me the same way. So I'm trying to get this situation rectified so there's none of this on either side. But from the bottom of my heart, I want to apologize to both you if anybody said anything rude to either one of you, because that's not my shtick, that's not my gimmick, and that's not what I'm going for, okay? So I do apologize for that.
Okay.
I try to remain professional. I know sometimes I let myself get a little out of character, but I don't like to be rude or ignorant for no reason, and I apologize if someone did that to you, okay?
Oh yeah, they were horrible.
I've heard that from City Hall, so I've made it a point to say that in a few of my last videos, that again, if people want to call and make professional complaints, that is on them. I'm not going to say don't do that. I'm not going to, but I will tell people not to call, and I'll leave this all in here. Do not call and just make fun of people or call people names, because if I'm expecting you guys to treat me with respect,
Exactly.
I can't treat you with disrespect and expect something else in return. vice
Okay.
versa. You know what I mean? So I apologize from the bottom of my heart, man.
Okay.
And I'm dead
butt.
butts. I'm not just saying that for the camera. I'm dead butt serious about that. Okay?
I appreciate that.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate hearing that.
No problem. And no one should ever have to hear any of the names that the people at City Hall told me they heard. So if it's anything if it's anything of the same, I apologize.
Absolutely.
I got you.
I'm sure.
I got you. Because like I said, that's not my end goal.
And unfortunately, because we have had a change in our phone systems, we no longer have access to those emails, but they were horrible.
I got you.
They
I
were
got you.
horrible.
Well, I do apologize for that.
And to be quite honest, that would make anyone get mad and upset and kind of react the way that some of the individuals have acted. And we don't condone that type of behavior.
Oh, I don't either, but I haven't done that to anybody, so they shouldn't treat me in any type of way.
But we didn't
the
know
same
whether
way.
it was you or not.
No, but
because
you would know because I call and I leave my name and my number in the vault of voicemails. You guys know the difference between me and them.
No, we really
Yeah,
didn't.
I've even spoken to the Washington D.C. office. I've spoken to Norman Buffalo and Mr. Hamilton and all them over there because you guys wouldn't answer the phone after a while. But again, that's redundant. We're here. Yes, that I'm trying to rectify it.
Okay.
Look, man, I get along with everybody, okay? Or at least I try to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't try to have issues with anybody. I understand that people get uncomfortable with the camera and shit like that. But I would like to rectify this situation so there is no animosity when I go out to other county buildings. I don't want to have problems with anybody or walk in security or be beefing with anybody.
Sure.
So I want to find a middle ground. I want to find out what is going on, why these people are acting the way that they're acting, and why when I'm trying to get it rectified, no one's helping. Because before I ever posted a video, I had called you guys. I had tried to speak to Captain Holmes, Until I posted that first video of the people down there at the Arundel Center, I had called you guys a couple of times.
Okay, so where are we at when you say in regards to rectifying the situation?
The way that your officers are treating civilians
So
in public areas, not breaking any laws, is I'm looking for a good word to describe it. It's erroneous. It's unfathomable.
So I'll say this: we do not condone the type of behavior that was seen on the videos. Those officers who were in those videos have had the corrective measures that we deem suitable, and these type of incidents shouldn't happen anymore. My understanding is you've gone back to some of the buildings and they've treated you different.
Yes, sir. Yep, the last 2 times had.
So, but I will say this: I think there should have been a little bit more civility on both sides.
Absolutely.
In today's society, where we have massive numbers of mass shootings, people just walking in buildings and shooting, I can see why a security guard would be under a heightened alert when somebody just comes in with a video camera, and when you ask questions, they're a little bit ambiguous or they're not fully explaining the purpose of being there. And I understand the First Amendment rights, and I don't have to tell you all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But just a little bit of civility when you walk in. If your intent is truly to educate, hey, I'm here from the press, I'm doing the First Amendment audit, so on and so forth. I didn't hear those type of things in the video.
Whee! What's up, boss? How you doing?
Now, I'm going to refrain from this video recording
Okay.
because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you have to ask anybody's permission before you come in recording with this.
Well, okay. My first question is this a public building? Is this like
Building.
lobby area open to the public?
Building for the public, but
Okay.
we have a lot of county employees that work here.
No, that's fine, but they work for the public, right? The nicest way I can explain this is a First Amendment protected activity. There's no expectation of privacy in public. If they don't want to be videotaped while working in their public capacity, they need to find a new job.
Okay.
That's all.
So, he has a video camera and he's coming in for a public act, trying to do something for the public.
Freedom of Information Act. But yeah, no, I'm an independent journalist. I'm gathering content from a story. I also have business here as well, so videotaping for my personal safety.
So you are recording right now?
Absolutely.
So
Okay, that's fine. I just want to confirm that this is public property, right? This is open to the public, correct? And all this right here is open to the public? Okay, all right, cool. Awesome. All right, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate your time today. I'm going to finish gathering content for my story, and then I'll be on my way. But yeah, no, ultimately, so you're not allowed to like create policies that violate someone's rights or something like that. No, I know. I'm just letting you know. No, you're good. I do this. I do this to promote transparency, accountability, and also to help educate, because a lot of people in this county don't understand like the camera situation, the rights situation. So I just try to go out and help educate. You know what I mean? So I'm not like lecturing you. I'm just trying to help explain. You know what I mean? Trying to help bridge the gap. It's just a little unconstitutional. That's all.
Get your license if you want to get in.
No, it's a.
Isn't that hard?
So I'm a civil rights activist. It's a principles thing, man. That's all. It's a principles thing. And that's what he's telling her right now. He's telling her that ultimately that they're law enforcement. They're not policy enforcement or procedure enforcement. It's the same thing like the libraries try to say, oh, you can't film in there because we don't want you to. But the cops come out and they're like, look, we can't do shit about it. It's public. So it's the same way he's going to go, okay, go up there, drop your paperwork off, and then leave. If you ever go on YouTube, check out Annapolis Audit. Annapolis Audit. I got a YouTube channel. I got almost 10K subs. Just hit 9,500 today. But yeah, I do different like interactions like this and stuff like that. Usually the police departments always get mad. Annapolis City I haven't really had any too many bad run-ins with, but Anne Arundel County will get mad sometimes. Yeah. But I'll be shutting them down. That's actually what I'm here for. I'm here to drop off an invoice for emergency educational services. So I had to spend an hour while filling out a public information form. I had to spend over an hour educating all of the officers there on our rights, what they were violating. I had to bring up like Supreme Court cases. They try to say, because I was like, I don't know what the fuck the issue is. And he's like, oh, you can't cuss, that's disorderly. And, you know, Code of California, 1971, disorderly conduct is not, cussing is not considered to be, you know, disorderly conduct in itself, you know, and and things like that. So they were just big mad. So I printed out an invoice for all of the public servants that made contact. They sent like 6 police officers down there because they.
So when you cuss, that's freedom of speech, right?
Yep, absolutely. Now, if it incites violence, it's a different thing. Like if I'm sitting here going, I'm gonna come fuck you up, then he could come over here and arrest. Yep, exactly. So, you know, inciting violence. But me being like, what the fuck is the issue, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Yep. You know, sir, I'm waiting on a single piece of fucking paper. I don't get what and he was like, got all mad. So, yep. But I knew, so they were trying to, you know, at first they wanted to lock me up for trespassing for disorderly, but I knew, you know, I knew the case law, I knew the law, I knew the everything. So they got real mad.
And how often do you do this? I remember last time you came in here and there was the thing with the camera. But
Yeah, that was probably a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I ultimately, I don't try to go out and do it just to like do it. I try to do it when I'm doing like my own personal business. So like if I have like a personal information thing to file, or I have like a complaint to file in the police department, I'll take the camera with me and just make sure, because they like to lose their evidence every once in a while. I'm dealing with Capitol Police over here down the street right now, and their police chief violating my rights and having me trespassed and locked up for filing a complaint on his department. It's like, I'm not breaking a law, I'm just filing a complaint on your department, and you're mad because I'm holding y'all accountable. So I keep the camera on me to, you know, always have evidence, and you know what I mean? They lose their evidence and documentation more than my grandma loses the TV remote, so. So yeah, I just try to keep the camera on me. But yeah, no, I haven't really gone out. I've only been doing this for 2 months, like with the camera and keeping, you know, record of it and stuff like that.
Right.
So I tried to go out and like, just go out just to film people just for shits and giggles.
And I understand the First Amendment rights, and I don't have to tell you all this kind of stuff. Yeah. But just a little bit of civility when you walk in. If your intent is truly to educate, hey, you know, I'm here from the press, I'm doing the First Amendment audit, so on and so forth. I didn't hear those type of things in the video. That's why we educated our guards to what your rights are. Now, when you go down, you won't have the same type of interactions. And I understand you're not having the same type of interactions.
Yes, I have not been back to the Arundel Center and saw the original guards. So that's where the issues originally started at. I had them a few months before this last string of problems. I had the ID incident down there at the Arundel Center, and I didn't go past the lobby. I let them cry about it, and Mark Norman called the people, and they called the police officers down there. But I didn't push through, and I tried to explain to them in that video. I explained to the guard sitting there, this is what I do. This is why I do it. This is what we're... So I did explain it to them. That's why when I went back the second time to the Arundel Center, and you see me go through the security thing, it's not like I tried to bypass the...
Sure.
So I understand you're saying something about security and shooting up the place, but I went through the metal detector.
Absolutely.
So there would be no thought that I had a gun in my hand. So why would they still react the way they
did? I wasn't there.
I got you.
I've been a security and I've been in this business for over 20 years. I can see why there was a heightened sense of alert when somebody, it's not normal somebody comes through walking with a camera. However, we don't condone that type of behavior. And we've had those individuals in our office, we've done the corrective measures, and when you go out, you've seen a different response from the security guards.
Yes, sir. Yep, absolutely. The last two times I've had a great...
That's going to be my statement. We've learned from it.
Thank you.
Again, I think there should have been, or there could have been, a little more civility on each side.
Oh, yeah. As I was walking back, you heard me say I can do better.
Absolutely. And my guards will do better.
Thank you, sir.
It's a matter of us, it caught individuals off guard. They're security personnel. Somebody comes in, you ask them for identification, things like that. The normal is, hey, if you don't show ID, you can't come in. We've learned. We've educated ourselves.
Yes, sir.
So now you won't have that same type of response.
Thank you, sir.
I mean,
thank you. This right here was all I needed.
If the goal is to educate people, I think there's a way that we can educate people versus all of the hostility.
Absolutely.
All of the condescending talk, all of the harassing emails and telephone. Those individuals who called us, they're not trying to educate us.
No, I know.
They can't educate us.
Now, you do realize that maybe from the first time I went out there and had an issue with your officers, had you guys spoken to me and maybe we had this conversation and there been some sort of inclination that the behavior was being rectified, maybe the other 3 or 4 incidents wouldn't have occurred,
Maybe.
That's all. Now, hindsight's always 20/20, you know what I mean? They say that.
Absolutely, but however, at the same time, again, if the intent of the whole encounter was to educate, I think things could have been handled a little bit different by all parties involved.
Absolutely.
Now that everybody's learned from this situation, hopefully we'll have a different result.
I got you. And like you said, we have had different results the last 2 times I've gone out to the county attorney's office. So I appreciate that. That's all. Look, like this, look, I'm not a hard dude to get along with. It just takes like the bare minimum of just like you said, civility to get along with me. But when I feel disrespected, man, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I understand that.
Sometimes a little bit of time will let the anger and emotion go out of the situation.
Absolutely.
I don't think that at that exact moment, if we would have had that conversation, we would have gotten any good results. Today we can sit down and talk.
Exactly. Absolutely.
A month ago when this situation happened, when these folks are calling us, calling our employees all kinds of names, I don't think we would have gotten a good result.
I got you.
This point forward, we can get a good result.
I feel that. Now, to that, I would only say that regardless, you guys with a government contract have a duty to remain professional. Regardless of whether or not someone does that, you should still have taken care of the situation. You know what I mean?
Let me say this.
That's all. But I do appreciate you today.
Or not, when we're in the public, we should conduct ourselves as professionals. That's government contract or not.
Yep.
Again, the company does not condone that type of behavior. And those individuals involved, we've had the corrective conversations. We've done what we needed to do to try to correct the behaviors. And if that behavior continues, then we'll take the next steps that we need to do.
I got you. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that. That's all I wanted to know. Was just making sure that, that the education was continuing and that we were, you know what I mean?
But let's be fair to each other. Let's be civil to each other.
What's up?
Most of the time when there's an understanding, we can work out an understanding.
Yeah.
Or a misunderstanding. We can come to an understanding.
Yeah, common ground. That's what it's all about, man. Common ground is a thing that's going to take us. And I say us because the world's headed in a crazy world, in a direction right now.
Absolutely.
And all of us need to stick together. Whatever side of the fence the ball falls on.
I'll just say this again. I'll apologize for my employees' behavior. But again, you have somebody come in with a camera, you ask questions, they don't want to ask the questions. you get a little bit like, whoa, who is this person? Again, I don't condone the behavior. I've seen the video.
I got you. I can see where it came from. I understand.
I've had those conversations.
I do.
Doesn't matter whether or not you had a camera in front of you or not. I've had those conversations.
Yeah.
And my employees will do better.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Yep.
Y'all have a good one. That was crazy. My mom actually used to live right up here off of Park Heights Avenue. So I was coming, and when I rode past the building, I got to like that fork right there, and I'm like, oh shit, I know where I'm at. Hit like a little turnaround real quick. So it was a nice little journey up here. Brought back some memories. But yeah, y'all have a good one, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. White. Thank you, Mr. White. I appreciate you having a conversation with me today.
Absolutely.
I do appreciate you. Thanks again, boss.
Okay.
Have a good one.
All right.
Thank you. I think I go this way to get out, right? Thank you, sir. Okay. All right. He was very nice, squad. He was very nice. He was very professional. I appreciate him sitting down and talking with me. I know he was mad about you guys calling up there, just calling them names, and that's kind of what I said in the last one, that if you guys are upset with these people and you're upset with the way that they treat us, calling up and filing professional complaints is the way to go about it. But you can't call and just call people names and curse at them and just scream at them. That's not going to get the point across. That's not going to get them to respect us. It's a give and take world, you know what I mean? I understand that they disrespected me and things like that, but we can't just scream at them and curse at them and call them names. We gotta, like you said, give a little civility. So I'm not gonna tell you guys not to file complaints. I do it myself for other auditors. I love calling up and speaking to sergeants or lieutenants or internal affairs divisions to see what's going on with incidents I see. But I don't like to just curse or call people names for no reason and go off. So, alrighty, squad. We appreciate Mr. White for sitting down and talking to us today. He is correct. The last 2 times I've been out to the county attorney's office, it has been completely different with Watkins Security as far as their behavior and the way they've treated me with the camera. So maybe his education is working. A lot of times people just say stuff to appease you and get you out of there, but as he said, he has done the rectification of the behavior. He apologized for it. He implemented the new training regiments, and as you can see from field experience, it was a success because they've treated me completely different the last 2 times. I guess the real test would be if they treat another civilian with a camera with the same respect. Somebody who maybe they don't know is going to go as far as I am to hold them accountable. But like he said, only time will tell. But alrighty, squad, I appreciate y'all. One love out there. Be safe. Take it easy. Until next time, peace out.